Good morning, everyone. How was your No Kings protest yesterday? Did you accomplish what you wanted to accomplish? Let me check. Nope. Donald Trump is still your daddy. Oh, but look at there. He's actually more popular too amongst every other demographic. You know what's interesting about this whole thing is that the legal migrants that's over here is on Trump's side. The mass majority of them actually supports Donald Trump deportation orders. It's so funny that nobody had anything to say when Barack Obama deported 4 times the amount of people that Donald Trump is deporting without due process, folks. But the media tells y'all to be outraged when Donald Trump does it. It is so interesting. Do y'all know how to do anything right other than sit there and look stupid with signs up there? Do y'all know how to do anything? Y'all just follow. I know a lot of them were actually paid to be there. But it's so funny because it's failure after failure after failure. And Trump is just succeeding every single day. And y'all just don't get it. Because when we do something, when we stand against something, we actually stand against something. Okay? The whole Bud Light controversy, we took Bud Light from the #1 beer to the #3 beer. That's a huge jump. That's a huge jump. Okay? They lost tens of billions of dollars in revenue. They had to fire their whole marketing team. I look at them trying to make up for it. That's how you do it. When Target had those swimwear for transgender kids, what did we do with Target? They lost so much money due to us, because of us. So much money. That's how you do it. We haven't been to Target in 2 years from it. That's how you do it. Take notes, folks. Like, you all were out there in hot weather. I'm in Phoenix, over 110 degrees weather. Out there with signs talking about no kings, just to wake up in the morning and see Donald Trump still your daddy, and you still got to sell your EBT food stamps. It's like, hey, what the heck is going on?
What's going on? Welcome back to the channel. It's your man Wise. Got a couple of clips to share with you, but we got to start off here. There is an article that came out today that discusses President Trump's, what do we call it? I guess it's considered one of the largest deportations orders ever written. I want you guys to see this. We're not going to dive all the way into it, but essentially, President Trump and Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy threatened to cut funding from rogue state actors that do not cooperate with the federal immigration enforcement efforts after President Trump announced a crackdown on Democrat-run big cities and other jurisdictions with so-called sanctuary policies. Duffy had issued this warning after Trump declared Sunday that his team will embark upon the single largest mass deportation program in history, with a particular emphasis on LA, Chicago, New York, and other big Democratic-led sanctuary cities. I'm 100% here for it. I want to know, what do you guys think about this? This is huge. This is the tweet from President Trump. Now, I'm not going to read this post here. This is from Truth Social, reposted on X. So I'm not going to read the entire thing, but I want to read this first part here. It says, our nation's ICE officers have shown incredible strength, determination, and courage as they facilitate a very important mission. The largest mass deportation operation of illegal aliens in history. Every day, the brave men and women of ICE are subjected to violence, harassment, and even threats from radical Democrat politicians, but nothing will stop us from executing our mission and fulfilling our mandate to the American people. ICE officers are herewith ordered, by notice of this truth, to do all in their power to achieve the very important goal of delivering the single largest mass deportation program in history. You know what? I wasn't going to read the whole thing, but we got to get to this. I'm not going to read the whole thing, but we got to get to this last bit because I want y'all guys to know where they're headed. You know, in order to achieve this, he says, we must expand efforts to detain and deport illegal aliens in America's largest cities, such as Los Angeles, Chicago, New York, where millions upon millions of illegal aliens reside. These and other such cities are the core of the Democrat power center, where they use illegal aliens to expand their voter base, cheat in elections, and grow the welfare state, robbing good paying jobs and benefits from hard-working American citizens. He's absolutely right there. And I'm 100% with all of this, all of it. It needs to happen. It has to happen. Let's hear what Mayor Brandon Johnson had to say about this.
Yeah, let me just first acknowledge the level of anxiety and fear and trepidation that this administration has caused. You've never seen a society improve or expand under this type of fear. And we're going to continue to resist, and we're going to do it in many different ways, whether it's taken to the streets or to the courts or policy. One of the things that I am very proud of is that we are a welcoming city, which means our local law enforcement do not dub or behave as federal ICE agents. And so our local law enforcement, as we continue to rebuild and expand trust amongst all of our residents, it's important that we hold that line.
This dude is a piss poor example of an American mayor. This dude is obviously pro-illegal immigrant, and he's obviously an anti-American citizen. This dude has literally run the city of Chicago into the ground. And I mean, everybody thought that Lori Lightfoot was bad. Oh my goodness. This dude said, hold my beer. But let's keep going.
Why would you think that real Chicagoans should trust you to spend their money after you've already wasted millions of it on illegal aliens?
We don't have time for a long question today, sir, so just straight to the question.
Could you please turn my microphone on?
Yeah, straight to the question. We're going to go straight to Heather.
Yes.
Thank you.
Jeez. I thought the theme of today's press conference was freedom of speech. At any rate, you have called on the citizens of Chicago to rise up against ICE, to resist ICE, to fight back against ICE. Many Chicagoans, including black and brown, tell me that that sounds like a call to violence. In light of the violence that we're seeing in Los Angeles now, the looting, the damage to property, the attacks on law enforcement, would you consider withdrawing that violent call to violence?
I believe in nonviolence. I believe in nonviolence.
Right. Well, you also have said that the illegal immigrants that are being targeted by ICE are the working families of Chicago. The real Chicagoans are now facing tax increases because you've spent millions of their tax dollars on migrants. They're including a grocery tax.
We need the question.
Why would you think that real Chicagoans should trust you to spend their money after you've already wasted millions of it on illegal aliens?
We are investing in people.
Is that really honestly your only answer?
We're going to go to Heather now. Thanks.
Wow.
Hi, Mayor.
This dude's a piece of crap, man. He is a piece of sugar honey iced tea. This is the type of violence. This is the type of violence that his rhetoric has spurred. Check this out. This is a shame, man. This shouldn't be the case. And mayors and government officials, politicians that, incite this type of violence, this type of protest, these types of riots, the looting, they should be held accountable for this, man. They should. Ridiculous, man. It really is. Ridiculous. To say the least. They should be ashamed of themselves, man. Seriously. Out here acting like this. And the reality of it is this, man. When it comes to Chicago, Mayor Johnson, spent over $300 million on housing and services for migrants just in the past year alone. That's why they've had to raise taxes. They've raised everything in the daggone city of Chicago. Taxes, fines, registrations, you name it. It's going up. Again, they spent $300 million on illegal immigrants, undocumented folks that just got here. Meanwhile, they have 68,000 people, many of them who are Black, remain homeless in Illinois. So you got $300 million for people that just got here, but you got nothing for Americans who are homeless in Illinois. This dude should be ashamed of himself, man. He should be ashamed of himself. And the crazy thing is that when we talk about illegal immigration, what we do know is that it drives wages down. And in some cases, they say as much as $1,500 a year. $1,500 a year. It drives wages down for low-skilled workers. And that's low-skilled Black workers, white workers, Asian, Hispanics, people who are struggling to get by. You bring these people over in direct competition, undocumented, who can work under the table. I mean, it's just ridiculous, man. It is ridiculous that this guy can get out here and push the policies and the agenda that he's pushed. And it's really sad because this is a situation that you see playing out all across the country, especially in Democratic-led cities and states.
I look at New York, I look at Chicago. I mean, you got a really bad governor in Chicago and a bad mayor, but the governor's probably the worst in the country, Pritzker. But I look at how that city has been overrun by criminals. And, New York and L.A., look at L.A. L.A., those people weren't from L.A., they weren't from California, most of those people, many of those people. And yeah, that's a focus. Biden allowed 21 million people to come into our country. Of that, vast numbers of those people were murderers, killers, people from gangs, people from jails. They emptied their jails out into the U.S. Most of those people are in the cities, all blue cities, all Democrat-run cities, and they think they're going to use them to vote. It's not going to happen.
I'm glad that President Trump is standing up against this. This is something that he campaigned on. This is something that a large majority of Americans, even those who may support the Democrat Party, are in line with this. You know, you heard the president mention the 21 million number. I've heard numbers from as low as 11 million, as high as 30 million people that have been allowed to come over to this country. And it's really ridiculous. But Brandon Johnson says something in an interview that is just diabolical. I want you guys to hear this.
They are absolutely terrified. And look, I remember a few stand-ups ago when I talked about what terrorism looks like. This is it. There should be no question to what our country would look like had the Confederacy won. We're seeing it on full display. And
this dude just compared illegal immigration to the Civil War between the Union and the Confederacy. This dude's ridiculous, man. He really is. He should be ashamed of himself that he compared 4 years of an open border policy to the Civil War, one of the most deadliest wars, or actually the deadliest war in U.S. history. And he's comparing this situation to that. And he's comparing what would have been had the Confederacy won. Are you freaking kidding me? This dude should be ashamed of himself, man. He should be ashamed of himself. But I want to hear from you guys in the comment section. What are your thoughts? Like, share, subscribe, turn the notifications on to all so you never miss an upload. Consider joining the ARP family, or you can buy your man a coffee. That link's in the description box below. Come join us, 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for ARP in the morning. If it's your first time, let me know so we can properly welcome you to the chat and show you some love. Appreciate the love, support, man. I appreciate you guys rocking with me. Keep God first, stay prayed up. We'll catch up with you all next time. Peace.
Vibes so